So this question is looking at hemophilia, and which is a sex-linked recessive trait. And in this condition, the person does not make blood clots, and so therefore the simplest cut, and they will bleed and bleed and bleed. So here we're looking at, since it's sex-linked recessive, we can use H's to be like normal clotting. And then here we'll have a recessive be hemophilia. Now because it is a sex-linked trait, we're going to go ahead and assign these onto X's and to Y's. So here as a female, there's a couple different possibilities. These two females here would both not have hemophilia because they have at least one dominant allele, whereas this female, being homozygous recessive, will inherit hemophilia. Okay. Then you have, so what is, A is asking what is the genotype of a female who is not affected by the disease? So not affected by the disease would be both of these options. Now B, what is the genotype of an individual who is a carrier for the disease but who's not affected? What is their sex? So for males, they have only one X, so males either have it or they don't. So when we talk about an individual being a carrier, that implies like a heterozygous because they're going to carry the allele with them. So here the carrier is represented as a female because she has two copies of the allele and can carry, or two copies of the gene and can carry that recessive allele with her. Okay, so now this asks, what is the cross between a female who has hemophilia and a male who does not? So when we do our Punnett square here, now already before I even fill this in, I know that all of her sons will have hemophilia simply because they get their X's from their mom. So that's a fascinating thing. Like here the Y comes from the sperm. And so with this, anytime a female, a mother, has traits on her X chromosomes, that's her son gets it from her. Now a daughter though is going to get the X from the dad and an X from the mom. So here, because the dad did not have hemophilia, we see that both daughters are hybrids or carriers for this trait and will not be affected. So the question asks, what proportion of daughters have hemophilia? 0 out of 2. What proportion of sons have hemophilia? 2 out of 2, or 100%. Now, if the question was asking for children in general, we'd have a 50% or a 2 out of 4.